Did you start recording? Or shall I record?
Yeah, I just started.
You started, okay.
I
Okay,
mean, I just
basically
started.
we are yeah. Basically we are looking at a new command called clause called alter. So alter table clause is used to modify your structure of your existing table. Okay. So there is a table existing which is employee. So we have added a new column to employee, and the column name is email address. And
Email
now
address.
we are inserting all 5 columns along with the new one. Previous 4, now the new one. So let's run this. Okay, now you see your data is having all the 5, all the things. So one
Yeah.
thing, alter command. Okay, that is done. I hope it is clear. Alter is very simple command. Okay, and just like adding column names, you can also delete column names. Okay, so let's see that
Okay.
also.
Same in okay.
Yeah. So let's say if you want to, but one thing, if you want to delete, you need to remove this one also. Like while you are inserting, again
Okay.
it will say error. Yeah, it is having only 4 columns, but you are entering in insert 5 columns, 5 different values, so it will fail. So for that reason, I'm just not doing for time being. But you understood, right? You can add columns, you can
Yeah. Yeah.
delete columns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very simple. Yeah. So this is done. Our data is ready. So now let's go to the DQL data query language and try to play with different clauses. Okay. So
Okay.
now your data is looking like this. That I did not say in the last session is in operator. So basically select star from employee. What does it give? It gives everything. So whenever it's
Everything.
everything, every record. Okay. Now if you want to filter, you have this where condition, right? Where condition, and you do something like where employee age equals to 30 or something. So
Yeah.
now instead of this we would say I want the records where people are living in Ohio and Virginia. Okay,
Okay.
previously what was the condition? Where we used to
City.
have city equals to one value, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
Ohio.
yeah. Yeah.
But now, yeah, but now my requirement is it should have both, include Ohio and Virginia. We're getting
Okay.
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did it fail? Where city equals, okay, single quotes here. Okay. Now my requirement is Ohio and Virginia, right? So now that's where your or condition comes. So you might be thinking about or, right, like where a simple thing like where it says city name, you know Ohio, or city equals to Virginia.
Okay.
Simple English, like whenever it is where is only once, and city Ohio, or is the condition, and city is Virginia. So it will include both the things, Ohio or Virginia. So we would be having 2 records instead of 1. Right? If you're saying this clear,
Okay. So
so is this
if
clear?
you put like a
Yeah, please tell me.
can you hear me?
Hello. Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. If you put like where city is close to Ohio and Virginia like that, it works. Or you want to keep
No. Or
you
only.
don't work
So
like that?
yeah,
Okay.
so I'll explain you. So when you give like cities, Ohio and cities Virginia, why it will not work is a single record. So how it actually filters is like one by one, record by record. So
Okay.
any given record has how many cities? 231. Employee ID 231. How many cities is having? Only one, right? So
Yeah.
that's impossible that Ohio and Virginia. It's like literally impossible. So it is or condition always.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is one record, for example, 231 employee cannot have 2 cities in his name.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why it's like a and condition, or condition. Okay, but let's try if it gives any error. See now it's nothing
Yeah. Okay.
displayed if you give and, but maybe we can try this one. Okay, maybe we can try where cities Ohio and employer is 231. In that case, you would get Ohio particular person details.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'll just show you. If you see here, Employee ID is 231, name is Praneeth, and city is Ohio, right? So if you want to see what and condition does it, if you know that if the city is Ohio and name is Praneeth, if you're sure that name
Okay.
is Praneeth and EMP name equals to Praneeth, then this will return. So can you expect the output? It will only have this one first record because
Okay. Okay.
that's the condition where Ohio and Praneeth. So this will return only one record. But for
Okay.
our condition,
But if you use the and condition, I mean and so it's gonna say the only one record, right? Okay. Okay.
yeah, one record. So, I
Okay.
mean, in our data, it is only one record, but it depends on the actual data, right? So, table
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
table, what we have, based on that, if the condition is true, it will return that many number of records. But in our case, we have only one such occurrence where a person called Praneeth is present and the city is Ohio. We have only one record in our database, very small table. But in real time, there could be multiple people in, in your projects or companies table, right? So yeah, it will return that if it, I mean simple, if this condition is matching, it will return. That's it in your result. Just remember that way. Clear till here?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we saw and or. So basically and or are those kind of things. Similar. So again, coming back here, I will tell you one thing here, one shortcut, I mean shorthand thing. So if you see here, where star from employee, where city is either Ohio or Virginia, you are getting that records, right? So for example, instead of all the records, I only want email addresses. Can you just modify it?
Okay.
It's very simple. In the output, I only want email address, not the all column names, not all the column names. Can you simply, it's very easy. Just try, think about it. So basically the condition is same, everything is same. It is just that in the output, I only want email address. Now it is displaying all the column names. I only want email address. Just try, just take your time and try. It's very simple. Look at our, command and just try to see where you can do the modification.
Are you talking to me? Are you asking me to
Yeah.
tell about that? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just try.
About the email address?
Yeah. So basically, no. The question is, uh, the logic remains the same. Okay, I want
Okay.
people who are either living in Ohio or Virginia, and that is ready. I mean, where condition is correct, and you
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
getting two records. Okay, but in my output,
Yeah.
I only want a email address, not the all column names. I only want email address. Can you modify the query
Okay.
where we should do it?
Yeah.
Just
We
think
actually
about
want to
it.
change the whole thing like from the city to city, right? So we want to change that where email address equal to praneeth@gmail.com. I mean, whatever we want.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like instead of modifying that condition, I in the output. So this is the output, right? This is the result.
Yeah. Yeah.
The result is having all the records, all the column names, employee ID, email, employee name, age, city, and email. So
Okay.
the condition should remain the same, but I want in my output only email address. I do not want to waste no my efforts in seeing all the details. For example, you do not want to waste your time seeing all the records. I
Okay.
only
Okay.
need
Okay.
email
Okay.
address.
Okay.
Just look at this query. Like it's very easy. Just take your time and
Yes.
look at the query. Yeah. So it is star. Like as I said in the morning, whenever if you want to have all the column names, you need to give star. Otherwise, you need to give whatever you want. Email
Oh
address.
yes.
So now we have only email address.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I
basically,
just missed this.
yeah. So whenever you want all records, just do this. So basically we covered where condition or so now there is a shortcut like there is a command called in. Okay, and instead of or you can just say where city in, and you can just have Ohio, comma Virginia. Okay, now this is also the same. So select star from employee where city in Ohio or Virginia. So basically it is in condition, right? So whenever a record is present in Ohio or Virginia, it will return. So this will return the same output. Let's try. So if you are seeing, right? So only Pranit and Nivas we got because the cities are Ohio and Virginia. Is this clear? In operator. So it
Yeah,
is
yeah,
just like or you how you understood or. So in is one such operator. Clear?
yes.
Did we miss? Okay. Okay. One more thing. So instead of for example, as I said again, instead of email ID, I only want uh, age in my output. Can you guess the out where we need to do the modification?
Yeah, at the beginning, like select age gap from I mean
Age,
employees
right?
age gap. Uh,
Yeah. So correct. As you said, it is correct. I only want employee age from my. I'll just remove my where condition, and you know what it returns, right? It returns only ages, but for everything, every record, because we do not have the where condition here. So basically, there would be four outputs: one, two, three, four, because
three,
we have
four.
four records. Let's try to run this. You see, now the question is, I want to rename my the field when showing the output. So that is when
Okay.
you have something called as. Okay. So select employee age as age. Okay, something like this age. So instead of employee underscore age, I wanted to have it simple age. Okay. So select employee age as age from table. Currently it is employee age, and in my output it should be just age. Okay, that's when you use as operator. Okay, now let's try running this. So if you see here, it has become age.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay, so this is the use case. Whenever you want to rename or modify the column name, you just use as operator. So these are like basic things that I wanted to cover so that it will be familiar for you. So in or alter as new column name. So whatever the column name that you want, in our case it was age, from employee age to age. So this is how you do
okay.
it. So I hope clear till here you are understanding, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Let me
yes.
if you do not understand, just let me know. Okay, now we have
I got
the
up. I got this something.
okay. Okay, so let's back here. Select star from employee. Just run it. You have all four records, right? So now, along with this, you want to learn. Hmm. So in my output, I want my employee. The result should be in ascending or descending order. Okay, trying to understand it. I mean, are you able to understand it? In my output, I
Okay.
want all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
records to be in ascending order or descending order. As of now, it's all jumbled, right? So 231, 653, 114, 190, it's all random,
yeah, yeah.
correct? So if I want to,
Okay.
order it by a particular column. For example, what's the column that I am thinking to, sort
Employee ID.
the order by is employee ID. Perfect.
Employee ID.
So now, yeah. So there is a clause called order by. So order by is the clause. Order by. Okay. As I said, we want to order by which column? It is employee ID, right?
Employee ID.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I will just give, order by employee ID. Now we'll
In
try to see
descending
the
order.
result. Yeah, I'll just tell you. By default, it would be ascending. If you want to have it, good question there, ascending or descending. I'll just I was about to tell you. Once
Okay.
we'll run this, we'll see the output. Then we'll do the modification needed. So
Okay.
let's run this. You're seeing here. So it is now in a
Yeah.
sorted order: 114, 190, 231, and the highest number, which is 653. So what is it? By default, it was ascending order, right? Ascending means small
Yeah.
to big. Okay. So now, as you just rightly pointed out, you wanted to have it in a descending order, right? So there is a command. or thing called DESC. So whenever you keep this word DESC at the end of order by clause, meaning is you are specifying the SQL that hey, I want it in a descending order. Okay.
Okay.
Clear till here? I'll just run it. So see here first we got 653, 190, 114. Okay.
Okay. So we don't have to
Okay.
put all the like a full name like a descending.
No, 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 no. We need not
Okay.
put it. So we, since this is not plain English, right? We just
Oh
clauses.
yeah, yeah.
So they there you need to learn these clauses, or at least you should go able to you should be able to Google it if you remember something. Hey, how do I make it descending? Means you need to just Google it if you don't remember, and then you will be
Okay.
seeing this stuff. Okay.
Okay.
So you need not have descending or complete name. DESC for descending and for ascending ASC. But the point is ascending is by default. So even if you do not
Yeah.
mention ASC, by default it was doing right for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
The C. Even if you do not mention, it's ascending. So one thing, I hope this is clear. Order by. It's very simple. Okay. And
Yes.
for example, now you tell me instead of employee ID, I want my output to be having the employees from youngest to oldest employee. You're
Okay.
getting it. Try to figure this scenario. I want my output first. Youngest employees should be listed. Last employee should be the older one in a age wise manner.
Okay.
Now you tell me on how to do it. Just think about it. Take your
Uh,
time.
mm, we can do the order by employee age.
Yeah, perfect. So employee
So
age.
you said ascending order we by default,
Right.
right? So we don't have to put anything by the
Put
time.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. So run it, and now you see 190 has the least age, which is 25, 30,
Yeah.
30, and 35.
35.
Perfect. Yeah. So similarly, you can do it on any column. Okay, not only ID, as you said, employee age. You can do it. Even if it is a varchar, which is city, employee name, or address. You can still do it. That will take the alphabetical order. Okay, the name starting with A would be ascending, and the Z would be the highest one. I hope you are getting that point.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
can you repeat again on this? I mean, car war cat things.
Yeah, yeah. So here it was integer, so it was easy for us to
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
like which is smaller number and all. But for us, character-based column, for example, let's do it on city. Okay, order by city. So what happens is instead of number, now we have a word, right? So what
Yeah.
happens is it will see in all alphabetical order. Like
Okay. Okay. Okay.
A starts first, right? So if it a name
Yeah.
starting
Yeah.
with A, that would be first given. So similarly, XYZ till Z.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
let's
I got.
try running this. Okay, now you see first comes H, so it included in the first two records, then O, then V.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect, right? I hope you understood what order by is. Clear till here?
Yes. Yes.
So you got to know about in or condition, altering new table
Okay.
commands, as is you want to modify the column name, order by. Now let's see what limit is.
Okay.
I hope I am not going too fast because
No, no, sir. It's. I mean, it's easy to get this
understand, right?
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I hope
I mean, I
we
just
need
want
to.
to go by this one more time so I can
Yeah,
remember
yeah, yeah.
this all these alters
Perfect,
clauses.
perfect. Yeah. So once you practice, I mean, only when you type, in any console or any MySQL thing, you will remember. I mean, you can install any
Okay.
DB, or if not, you can just use just like me any online browser to practice your
Okay.
commands. When you type it, you won't forget. Otherwise, you will
Okay.
forget. Okay, but it's very easy.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's see. Since our data is very small, right? In our table, we just have four records.
Yeah.
Imagine you don't have four records, but you have 4,000 records. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Imagine there are 4,000 records, and when you select star from employee, it is going to be huge cost, or maybe depending on the platform, that is a huge effort. I mean, the processing needs to happen, and your output would be delayed, like maybe So after 1 or 2 minutes, you would be seeing the output. Now that we are only having 4 records, we are quickly able to see, like as soon as we click run, we are able to see. But there could be 4,000 records, even more records that would take a lot of time or delays, right? So in that case, like if you want to see only sample of data, meaning even though you have 10,000 records, you want to view only a 2 3 records, a couple of records, to see how data is looking like just for your understanding. Imagine you are in that kind of situation.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Okay. I mean, you have lot of some thousands of records. Okay. But for time being, you do not have time, and you quickly want to view how data is looking like, maybe top 2 records, or like a one record as a sample, instead of seeing all
okay. If
10,000
I want
records.
to see just by some records as a sample, or like I just use a limit, right? I
Right.
just want to
Perfect.
use limit
Yeah. So limit maybe 2. So what
two.
for 3? Limit 3, and just will run this. Okay, now you see you got top 3 records. Even though there are 4 records, you got 3 records. Like let's see if you give a limit 1. Okay, now you got this one. Getting it?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, and you can even order by this. Like you want only one record, the sample, but it should be the maximum age. Consider it's a scenario you want to see
Okay,
the highest age person in your table, and you only want that record. So how do you do it?
okay. So
You
when I
just
pick
need to
we
enter
order,
order by employee age space limit 1. So you need not give any commas in between. These two are different clauses, right? Order by
okay.
is one clause, limit 1 is one clause. Getting it? So can you guess the output here?
Yeah, only the sorry, only one by the probably 35 ohm sheet.
No, no, no. See, how you are saying, Vamshi here? I mean, 25 or
I
35.
mean,
Can you just hello?
yeah, you just told me the employee age.
Yeah. No, no, no. What I'm trying to say is like, so consider these are the values, right? 231 Pranit, you can see on the left side.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you run this command, can you guess the output?
Mm,
Just try, like, even if you're wrong, that's fine, but try to think about it. What would be the output? You can do it because it's simple. We just covered employee order by employees. What does it give you? And we just included limit 1. That's it. That's the only new thing here.
okay. I mean, you said limit one. We can only get one record,
One
right?
record. Yeah, the topmost record. The first record.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. So you're gonna show the same thing, like the first record.
Yeah, correct. Yes. So
I mean,
let's, I mean,
the output probably must be the first record in the table.
correct, correct. Can you guess what it could be from, these things, these 4?
I mean, I'm telling you the same thing, Praneet.
No, but
Or
we use
okay,
order by, right?
order by 114. Um, ID number 114.
Why do you think
You
so?
said by employee age, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean 25 home sheet.
Okay. So you're missing one thing. Did we give any ascending or descending here?
Yeah, I mean, but
Yes,
by default it do the ascending, right?
ascending, right? So your
Yeah,
answer you are saying is 1G25,
home
right?
sheet 25. Yeah.
Correct. So it is correct. So it would be 1G25. Perfect. So imagine you have removed the limit. So now can you tell the output?
Employee by employee. I mean,
We
he
just
gives me all
all
employees age,
records.
right? Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. But the first value would be same,
Same. Yeah.
Vamshi. So that's
Yeah.
where your limit comes into picture. So your limit will take your top, maybe, if you give limit 1, top 1 record. If you give limit 2, top 2 records.
Okay.
I hope you got clear understanding of limit.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So
I mean,
we'll
I got one more question, sir.
Yeah,
So we can use by in instead of order by where age, we can use a where clause over there.
yeah, that's up to you. But as I said, imagine, see, we are only having 4 records in our table, so that's when
Yeah,
you are
yeah, yeah.
saying, hey, we can use this and that. But in real time, your database or table can have like thousands of records. I mean, if you're sure that
Yeah.
there is some person with age 30, you can still try it. Like, but
Okay,
since we
okay,
are not sure how many records, if you want no, the least, the youngest person in your employees list or employees table, this is how you do it.
yeah.
So maybe there is someone with age 18 in your table, so you never know, right? So okay, I hope it is clear, right? We'll come back to join. So now we have few important things with this and join. You would be, all good to, go ahead with the data engineering, the basics at least, how to manipulate and how to query play around with the data, the basics. I won't say it is advanced or not, but basics. So
Okay.
let's say let's add a column, okay, for this employee table as a salary. Okay, how do you add a column? Can you recollect what command you want to give?
For adding column,
Yeah, adding column to existing table. Just try to recollect.
mm, you just told me, right?
It's like changing the structure of existing thing. Changing the
As you said,
structure of
as
existing no, 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 alter. So if you see here, add column, alter
yeah.
table, add column, right?
I mean, you telling me in the output or in the table?
In the table.
Okay,
So
okay. We use alter,
con
right? Yeah.
alter, right? So currently we have these columns, right? Employee name, age, city, email address, and
Yeah.
we would also need a new column called salary. Okay, and since this is an employee table, we want to add a salary into it. So let's add that quickly.
Okay.
Okay, alter table, employee, add column. What is the column name? Salary.
Salary.
Salary, and what would be the type? Can you just? It's
What?
easy.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
is a number, right?
numericals as integers.
Numericals. Yeah, perfect. Actually, integers have certain limitation, like like these many digits only should be supported and all that kind of things. So there could
Okay.
be some other things like double, float, long int, big int. But let's try. So you need to, once you have altered table, while inserting, you also need to include that. For example, let's say Praneeth has a salary of since it's an int, you need not have quotations. Remember, you
Yeah,
need
I
not
got.
have quotation. Like consider your salary is 50,000, 50,000 and that's 40,000, 30,000, and Vamshi has a salary of 42,000. Clear till here?
Yes, sir.
So we have added a new column called salary, and now let's try to run it. Perfect. So are you able to see the
Yeah, yeah.
new salary, right? Yeah, you're able to see the new salaries, right? And now coming back here. So now let's start with like command min max all this stuff. So now we'll start with few concepts like consider there is a scenario. Okay, there is a scenario where you're you are asked to fetch the names, I mean fetch the records where employee name starts with the letter V or P. So for example,
Okay.
your name starts with P, right? Consider
Yeah.
there are 10,000 records like Praneeth, Praveen, whatnot, lot
Yeah.
of things, right? In our for our example, there are only 4 records, but in reality, there could be multiple records, right? If you are given a scenario to find out all the records that start with P in their employee name. Okay,
Okay.
So select all your employees where if the employee name starts with P, include in the output. So that's the simple question. So how do we do it? Select star from employee. This remains the same because you want everything in your output. Okay.
Mhm.
In the next line or in the same line or however you write this one. There is a first thing is important, which is where condition. So where condition is
Okay.
filter out, and on what column name you are trying to filter out?
P, right? I mean, column name, employee
Empl-
name, right?
employee name. Perfect. Here employee ID. So previously, how we were doing? We were just giving employee name equals to Praneeth or something, right? If you
Yeah.
remember. So for example, if you want to see, you know, you know, the record, if the name equals to Praneeth, it's very easy.
It
Like
will
you
give,
can
yeah,
just give
it gives,
directly equals to. But now
yeah.
my condition is I will not give the entire name. I only give P, and it should return Praneeth, Praveen, or whatnot, like maybe Pavan,
Yeah.
everything like which starts with P. So do you think this will work? Equals to?
Uh, I think so. I mean, we'll try. So
Yep.
we may try with that
So
first.
yeah, it won't work because there are no results
Okay.
to be displayed. As I said, it matches the exact thing. Like even if there is a capital P and small p difference,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
will
yeah,
fail, right? So if capital and small itself is failing, how can we imagine that if we give a first letter it will work, right? It's impossible. So it is very particular about what you give in quotations. Like
yeah.
the
Okay.
matching, if it is exactly a match, only then it will include. So if it is Praneeth, you
Okay.
should give Praneeth only. So, but our use case is like you should include all the records having uh, starting with P. So now in
Mhm.
this case, what we need to do is there is a command or clause called like. Okay, like.
Okay.
Okay, remember this thing where name, where employee name, like means
Yeah, P.
it has it, yeah. So whenever you use like, you can give some syntax or what do you call
Okay.
format. So there is a wildcard entry called as percentile. So whenever you give a word percentile, what happens is it should start with P, but the remaining it won't care. So that part you can symbolize with this percentage symbol, which is a wild card you can call.
Okay.
You're getting it? Okay. Now let's try to add one more record because you only have Pranit in our table, but let's add Pavan and Pavan and what else? Can you just name few which starts with P?
You can add Praveen or Pawan.
Yeah, Praveen. Yeah, Praveen, and let's say we'll also modify age like 45 and
Mm,
28, and
okay.
salary like since his age is more, let's imagine he's a general manager or something, senior manager, and 60,000 high salary. And since this new guy, let's have it 40,000 as a salary. So now let's try to run, and now you just said that whenever employee name like P, and you gave the percentage symbol, which is wildcard, meaning it will try to match a first P, and the rest of the first letter should match, but the rest of the thing it won't care. It won't consider even if it has like 10 letters, 20 letters after
Okay.
P, it won't consider. So let's try to run this. Hey, it only gave, yeah. So the problem is this Pranit I gave small p, so it included only it. But Pavan and
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Praveen I
yeah. You
gave
gave
it.
it
So
capitals.
let's actually do this. Okay, now you see you have all the records whose name is starting with P. You have those thing.
Okay.
Okay, you got it right. Is it
Yeah.
tough? So let's
So,
say,
so
yeah,
we need to put some percentage symbol
yeah.
where we use like clause.
Yeah, whenever you use like clause, you definitely need a percentage symbol. And where do
Okay.
you put percentage symbol? That's up to you.
At the end.
Like for
Okay.
Yeah. For example, you want all the records whose name is starting with PR, not only
Yeah,
P, but
okay.
there should be R. Can you just
Yeah,
try? It's
okay.
very easy. PR. Just give PR and the rest of the word you replace it with this wildcard percentile
Yeah, yeah,
percentage symbol. So now it will return. It won't return Pawan because it's not starting with PR. So PR, which is Praneeth and Praveen. Let's try.
yeah.
You're seeing this?
Yes.
Okay. Now imagine your use case is you want to see all the employees whose name is ending with N. Can you just
Okay.
try? Whose name is ending with N. So it's not at the beginning, but the ending should have a letter N. Can you just try and say it to me? It's very easy.
So you're telling me to guess the clause? So
Yeah,
clause
yeah, yeah.
might be
Clause
same.
is same. Clause is same. Entire thing is same. But my use case is instead of starting with PR, my employees whose name is ending with N, I should only include them. That's it. Everything is same, but instead of PR and ending, for example, Praveen is having a
Yeah,
N
yeah.
at the end, right? So such that.
So we can put like employee like a N with N.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to modify this. I'm just giving you a hint. It's very easy. So here you gave PR percentile, right?
Yeah.
So just imagine you should it should end with N. That's it. So
So
for
we can
starting,
change to N
okay,
like
where do you want me to put?
we're changing the PR to N.
So do you think that will work? N
I
like
mean,
this?
think we need to put some more in there, right?
No.
I don't think
So
so. That way.
that's where. So uh, if you give like this, right, N percentile thing, it
So
will
we're gonna
return
change. Okay, I mean, I guess it's gonna show the entry of Nivas and
perfect,
what where we
perfect.
can
Yeah,
put
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So what we need to do is let we need to change this to here. That's it. Okay.
Okay, okay,
You got the logic, right? So it won't
okay,
care.
okay.
So whenever it sees a percentile at the beginning, so it won't care about whatever it's coming in. So but at the end it should, after percentile, if it is n, only include them. You got it right.
Yeah, yeah,
So if you see here, Praveen and Pavan, so these two guys are having,
yeah. Just
I
ending with N. Okay.
yeah, I hope it is clear, right? Pretty
Yeah, yeah,
clear.
sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So now let's a bit speed up and see the calculation related functions. So these are
Okay.
called functions. So all these were operators till now. Sorry, all these were, I mean, you can call them operators or clauses. But from now, let's see some analytical functions. Select star from employee. Okay. Okay, if there is a requirement and you are asked to give, like, what is the, for example, you are a senior manager in your company, and if you want to see the average salary of my all employees, like, you have how many employees? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, right? So you
Yeah.
have you have 6 employees, and what would be the, do you know what average salary mean? I think it's very easy. So basically, each person is
Some
having
of
different
the
salary. Yeah, sum
yeah
of all salaries by number of employees, right?
number of
I mean
employees.
that's a mathematical thing. But in general, if someone asks you, yeah, as you said, it would be the sum of that thing by number of things. Like if you are asked, like, I want to know my average salary in my company, or all my employees, so how do you do it? There is a function called avg. So within
Okay.
avg function, okay, and what would be the column name? Salary, right? Because
Yeah,
on what column do you want to calculate the salary average?
yeah.
So
Okay.
it is salary. Okay, just give average salary. Okay, select average salary from employee. I
Yeah.
mean, as I've been saying from the beginning, at the end it's optional to have a quotation, or I mean this semicolon,
Yeah, yeah,
or
okay,
that's
got it.
fine. That's still fine. That's still fine. So if you see, it gave me average salary.
Okay.
So average salary is 43,666, and okay. This is my average salary. Now I want to know the max salary of my all employees. Like, what is the maximum salary that I am giving? So instead of AVG, you just have max. Okay. See here, 60,000 is the maximum salary that an employee is getting in my list of table. I mean, my table, employee table. Can you see? It's very
Yes.
simple. Min, max, average. There is something called min, and if you just run it, you will get the minimum salary, which is 30,000.
Okay.
Okay. So there is also something called sum. So this will sum up all your salaries and that will return you. So it's like when someone asks like what's the total expenditure that I'm spending on my employees, like every
Okay.
month, what's the total salary that I'm giving to it. So this is how you do it, like sum of all the salaries. So every month 2,62,000 you're spending it on employees because it's the sum of the salaries, right?
Yes. So we
Yeah.
can use the
Uh,
sum average on this every numericals, right? I mean every integers.
Yeah,
Correct.
only numericals. I mean, yeah, correct,
Integers.
correct, perfect. But I mean, you can use min, max, and all that stuff on other values as well. For example, employee name. What's your this one? Okay. As I said, this would also work, but that would be, let's see if it gives an error. Yeah. So this is working. So basically, as I said, during order by explaining order by, one point that I said is it takes the alphabetical order, right? So
Yeah,
the
yeah,
minimum number is whose name is starting with A. So
yeah.
can you guess the maximum if you give max of employee name? So it takes in alphabetical order per name, and who is the guy? V, I guess Vamshi. V is the
Vamshi, yeah,
high.
we is the guy.
Yeah, Vamshi. Yeah, yeah, it's working. I never tried with some. Let's try. I hope it won't error out. So yeah,
Yeah.
it some won't be possible, but min max is AVG is also not possible mostly. Okay, only min max is working. But that's a good question. Yeah, you can play around with it. I mean, once you do hands on, you can that's a good point that you identified, like trying to run analytical functions on different
Yeah,
data
yeah.
types. Yeah. So I hope it is clear, right? Min, max, average,
Yeah, we
sum.
have it. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, yeah. So there is one important, the most important things called joins in
Join.
your SQL. So joins is left, subqueries, union. These are the major things. So uh, I mean, can we continue this tomorrow, or because it's already 12:18 in the my
Okay.
timing,
Okay.
or it's up to you. It will take some time because I need to create new tables for explaining joining. That's the only thing. But
Right.
if
Yeah.
I mean
Okay.
that is fine. It's up to you. Mm,
I mean, it's
okay,
cool, sir.
let's complete this. Yeah. I mean, if it is not overwhelming, we can complete that now. Or if you feel that you need some time because maybe you have bombarded with a lot of keywords, clauses,
I mean,
it's up to you.
I mean, if you mean, I mean, if you're good, you can continue. You can do that.
Yeah,
I mean, if you
yeah,
want to do tomorrow, it's okay for me too.
yeah, yeah. Let's try to finish this off. Mm, Okay, so one important concept. First, we'll go through union. Okay, so in our use case, how many tables did we try with? It's only one, right? For example, employee, and we just had one table called employee, right? So, for
Okay.
example, you have a different table now. Like along with the employee, you have
Okay.
department. Okay, there are two tables. Okay, let me control. What do we name? Like employees done, maybe address of that employee or department. Okay, let's say department. Okay. There is a new table. there is a new table, right? So new table, and the table name is department. It has something called employee ID, and it has something called department name, employee ID, and department name. Yeah, imagine that there is a new table department, and that is having an employee ID and department name into it. So let's
Okay.
try to add few columns. But before doing this, let's see quickly see what union is. So
Okay.
basically, what union does is
I mean, it's just like a union function in maths. Like
perfect.
in
Yeah, yeah.
read. Okay.
It will just combine the records of multiple tables and show you the output. For
Okay.
example, our employee table has 6 records, right? If I'm not wrong, Vamsi, Pavan, Pravin, all these things, 6 records, right? And you have a similar table like called employee two. Okay, first one is employee, and you have a new table called employee two. I'm just quickly running this thing. Employee two, employee 2, employee 2, employee 2, and I'm just quickly adding some new names like XYZ, A1. For time being, to make it quicker, I'm just dummy names
Okay.
6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Okay, so first table you have 6 records. In second table, now we have 6 records. Okay, I'm just ignoring this one. Let's come back to joins. Okay, now I'll just say select star from employee.
I mean,
So
I
you know
can't
what,
see your screen, sir. Yeah, I can see it now.
you can see it, right? So
Yeah.
we just created a new table. So we just created a new table called employee 2. We added few records into it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I hope you are able to see my screen. And
Yeah.
okay, you have first table which is called employee. And how many records do you have it? Okay, one, two,
Six,
three,
I think.
4, 5, 6 are there. Hey, I forgot to tell you about one more function. So which is count.
Okay.
Okay. uh, which is count. Like for example, you already knew that your table is having 6 records. Imagine you don't know and your table is having some 10,000, 20,000. So how do you get that count, like how many records your table is having? That is when you use count function. Okay,
Okay.
select
Okay.
select count of star from employee.
Okay.
This is very important. I'm not sure how I missed it, but let me add this. So no matter how many records you have, like 10,000, 20,000, the count gives you how many number of records does your table have.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's see how many records our employee two table is having. Okay, 6. So if you see here, employee two table is also having 6 records. Employee one table is also having 6 records.
Six.
Okay, and let's see the content of second table. Select star from employee 2. So the names are like random xyz 1 2 3 4 5 6. So
Yeah.
now the requirement is you need to combine the result of employee 1 and employee 2 and display as a single output. Like it should have 12 records. You're getting it? Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you get the question here? Like you
No, no,
want
sir.
to.
I mean, just can you repeat again your question?
Yeah, yeah. So the question here is, the scenario here is, you have multiple tables which are two tables, employee and
Okay.
employee two, and you need the output to be a single output. It should contain the records from both the tables, like 12 in this scenario. So you're getting it right. From first table
Yes.
you have six,
So
second table 6. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So you telling me to put any
No,
class
no, no.
over there?
Yeah,
So
yeah. That is where
oh,
union comes into picture.
okay.
Union,
So okay.
union.
So we can do instead of star, we can do the over there. Put a union over there.
Okay.
I mean, beside the star, this we can put like a clause like select
No, no, no.
union.
No, no, no. We should not do like that because
Okay.
since there are two different tables, right?
Okay.
So this is how we do it.
Okay.
Okay, select star from table. That there ends the first selection. Union. Second star from
At two.
hey,
Employed.
I didn't.
At
Yeah,
table
employee.
two, right?
Yeah. So I forgot and gave employee one. So that's why it only resulted six. Only six the previous ones. So let's make it
Okay.
employee two. Now you see you have all the 12 records. No, Ashok, Vamshi, XYZ, the second table. No, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is how you have a union thing. But imagine if there are same records like duplicate records in both the tables. So union will ignore the duplicate records. For example, if there is an Ashok in employee table and Ashok also in employee two tables with the same IDs, employee IDs.
Okay.
Okay, you're getting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when there are duplicate records from both the tables, union will exclude or remove that duplicate and it will show you as one. So instead
Yeah.
of 12 records,
Just like in the maths, right? So
yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
if you want to include the double, I mean the duplicate also, there is one command called union all. Union all does is even though there are two Ashoks in both the different
Okay.
tables, it will include all 12. I mean, it will not remove.
Okay.
Okay, but luckily in our case we don't have any duplicate numbers. So just to remember as a point, union and
Okay.
union all, these two
Union
are
all.
two things. Union all will ignore, I mean will remove the duplicates if there are any. Union all will just simply it doesn't care about the duplicates and all that stuff. It will just give you 6 plus 6, 12 records, like
Okay.
maybe in real time 1000 plus 1000, 2000 records. Okay, so
Yes.
this is union. You have what else we are missing? We are missing join
Join and subqueries.
subqueries. Created two tables. Now let's see. I'm just thinking whether we can implement join using, yeah. Let's go ahead with the department table. Let's create a new table called department. So since there is a employee table, there is a high chance that you also need a department table where it says like a HR department, this department,
Yeah.
sales department. There could be multiple departments, right? Try to insert values into it. Once you create your table, insert values, and and if you know, there are only two columns here, employee ID and department name. So let's have it very simple. HR department is one department. Maybe sales is one department. Maybe else we have, maybe IT is one department. Marketing maybe, yeah. So HR is one department, sales is one department, and
IT.
IT is one department. And imagine this is not a employee ID. Let me rename that to department ID. So for each department, let's have HR call as 111 is their ID, 222 is sales, 333 is the IT. Okay, just imagine this
Okay.
one. This is a new table, brand new table with only two columns and this stuff. So, but how do we relate the employee and the department? Just try to imagine this is our employee database, right? So
Yeah.
what fields we are having?
We got
Employee ID,
employee ID,
name,
name,
age,
age.
all the
Yeah.
things. But how do you relate this table with the department table? There comes something called a primary key. I mean, how to relate those things. So there is no common key in between these two things. So now let's quickly add, the department ID to our employee table. Quickly.
Okay.
So, okay, where is this? Yeah, add column. What was it? DPT and end. Okay, and during addition of this one also, let's say 111. Praneeth is in HR department. Okay, and Nivas is
Okay.
also in HR department 111. So it depends on the ID because we are not having the department name here. Remember
Mm,
this point. So only ID. And Ashok is in sales. Vamshi is in 333. Pavan is in HR 111. And Praveen is in sales. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Let's forget about employee two. I'm just deleting.
Okay.
For explaining the union, I said,
Okay.
this
It's
thing.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and remember one more thing. Whenever you're performing union, right, the column names should be matching. Okay, if there are four columns in employee, the four columns should also be there in employee two. Like for example, if employee one is having two columns like ID
Yeah.
and
Okay.
name,
Okay.
and
Okay. I got
employee,
it. What's-
you got it right. Pretty
Yeah.
basic, yeah. So let's quickly see how our data looks like now. So select star from employee. Okay, we created two tables. One is employee, second is department, and we have oh, I didn't insert into. Okay, now let's run this and we'll see. Yeah. Now look at the employee table. So it has employee, city, email address, salary, along with a department ID, right? So now you are sure that there is one common key, primary key or some key between your two tables. So you can use department ID from your first table and department ID in department table so that you can establish that connection. You're getting it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Can you
you're
hear me,
getting it
sir?
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now that you have a common column in between these two, now you can perform your join. For joining, just say join and select star from employee and join. What's the table name here? It's department, right? And on. So there is a clause called on with the same join. So on specifies on what column name do you want to establish the join. So what's the common column that is present in both the tables, which is employee and department? What's the common column?
Column. Say, department ID.
Perfect. Yeah. So on, you will just say department ID. ID. So basically, what happens is it will just match whenever there is a column on department on your employee. So it will just match the column on this table. So let's see how it works. Or am I missing anything? Okay. So since this is a same column name, so let's say I mean whenever there is a match on column name, it just gives you everything. So yeah, now you can see, right? So now
Yeah.
you can see all the six records along with the uh, department ID. You got the department name. So whenever it's 111, the HR, 222 sales, 333 one guy with IT. So this is how you join multiple tables. Like if there are two tables, department name was not, so all you did is to know the department name. Department name was not part of your employee table, so you wanted to know the department name. So that's when you used this key and joined, established a connection between these two tables, and you saw the output. So but you can fine tune the output, like instead of star, if you want to see only, employee name, you can just say employee name. You want to see only these two records instead of all this clumsy thing, you can just modify and you see. So Pavan is a HR guy, Nivas is a HR guy, Pranit is a HR guy, Praveen sales, Ashok sales, Vamchi IT.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah. So when we're doing joining clause, we need to put some like employee E, department D. I mean whatever it starts with the
Yeah,
starting letter.
that's up to you. So the reason why I said is like this is a alias. You know what alias means, right? So instead of
Okay.
calling employee, I'm just giving it a name. If you do not want to give that one, okay. If you do not want to give that one, just see. Uh, since all this thing why we are doing is there is a department ID and in both the tables, right? So it is getting
Yes.
confused. So which department ID? So I'm just saying, hey,
Okay. Okay.
first
E.
you compare
Okay.
employee. So if you don't want to give E, just give the full name, which is employee dot department
Okay.
ID means department ID that is present in employee table. So D means
Okay.
you can give an alias or directly you can give department name. So this department ID belongs to employee and this department ID belongs to department. So
Department.
because
Okay.
yeah, so to avoid confusion, we need to specify this thing. As you said, you if you do not want to give that small shorthand thing, you can give the entire table name.
Okay.
Okay, it still shows the same result if you see here.
Okay.
So if you do not have the same name, like you didn't don't even need this employee dot or department dot, it will understand that department ID here, and if it is a delete department ID in here, like if it's a clearly different thing,
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
it won't get confused and it won't do that error. But since in our database this is designed this way, I did this.
Okay.
So So these are the basic stuff like joining. Hey, I missed this one, subqueries. Okay. So subqueries is like having a query within a query. Okay, having a query within a query. So for example, you have select select star from, what do we have, employee, right? Select star from employee. If you run this, what happens is like you will be getting the results of employee, right? So imagine this as a subquery. Subquery in the sense you can just give parenthesis, say select star from this particular result. Okay, instead of employee, you are selecting select star from within a select star from. So subquery, query within a query.
Okay.
Okay, query within a query. So in our case, it is both the same. But this
Yes.
is I mean this is an example. So for example, if you say select star from employee where age equals to 30. So this your subquery is select star from employee where age equals to 30. So what does this contain? All the employees who are having age as 30, right? So on top of it, you are just again adding another column, and instead of star, maybe you can have name, PMP name, right? Should be very particular, like what, otherwise it will give. So here you know the answer what it gives, like it will give all the columns for records where age is 30. On top of it,
Yeah.
you are only fetching employee name.
Asking for employee name. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So now age does not exist. Okay, it's a EMP age. That's why I was saying column
Yeah.
names should be very very clear.
Clear. Yeah.
Okay, so Only Pranit and Nivas is having age as
Same,
30.
yeah.
So just to, I mean, this is just a good thing to know that there is something called subqueries. So within queries, you can put it in brackets, and on top of them, you can continue with the select kind of thing.
Okay.
So these are the basics, Pranit. So I hope the all these are clear. Maybe you can have a review and try to practice some hands-on, some basic clauses, so that whenever we go deep in the data engineering thing on AWS back again, it should be
Okay.
familiar. Okay, is it clear, Pranit?
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah. Okay, then I think that's fine. Like it's already a little late at my time. Then
Okay, yes.
maybe we can, yeah, we can
Correct.
connect tomorrow. So
Um,
tomorrow morning IST, we know we don't need anything, right? So
yeah,
again,
yeah, sir.
maybe tomorrow evening if possible, or the morning the next day.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.